So, why is this important? The process we have described is called forward osmosis and doesn't require any energy input, which means we can transport water for free. We see this process everywhere in nature, for instance when water is absorbed by plants through their roots. There are situations where we want to put energy back into the system in the form of pressure. We call these situations pressure retarded osmosis or reverse osmosis. What are the applications of osmosis? Aside from essential processes in plants and within the human body, osmosis also forms the basis for many processes in our daily lives. It was discovered that adding salt to meat preserves it for much longer. Water flows out of bacteria or fungi due to osmosis, and therefore it kills it or makes it inactive. The salting and curing of meat can be traced back to the ancient Greeks, and this was the predominant method of food preservation until the 19th century. One very useful application of this process is hydration bags. These bags contain essential powder with nutrients and vitamins, and by placing these bags in some kind of water supply, water will flow into the bags via osmosis. This is particularly useful in countries where it is difficult to obtain fresh, clean water supplies, so even puddles can be used to hydrate the bags. We can also utilise osmosis in the pharmaceutical industry. We may want to release drugs over a long period of time into our bodies, for instance more than a year. Osmotic pumps allow us to do exactly this. As water diffuses into the pump, an increase in pressure causes a small amount of the drug to be pushed out. These osmotic pumps allow us better targeted treatment for the brain. Remember when we said that forward osmosis requires no energy input? We can utilise this and transform this into a form of renewable energy. Because water flows naturally, we can use this energy to turn turbines and generate power. There are many other uses of osmosis, such as desalinating salt water or cleaning sewage. The development of technology utilising osmosis is ongoing and it has huge potential.
It set up two adjacent channels separated by a semi-permeable membrane attached to a support layer. As an example, imagine putting salty water down the side adjacent to the membrane, with fresh water down the other side. The difference in the concentration induces an osmotic pressure across the membrane, leading to a flow of water from the fresh into the salty water. This can be used in a variety of useful tasks, such as in generating energy. The goal of our problem was to formulate this mathematically and optimise the setup to get the best possible water flux.
What have we learnt in this project? We realised that we could optimise several design parameters to improve the water flux from the feed side to the draw side. And perhaps one of the most critical parameters is the velocity of the fluids in both the channel side and the feed side. We realised that having the velocity at about several millimeters per second is the best performance. Anything greater than that would see no appreciable performance gains, whereas anything lower than that we see drastic reduction in water flux. We also realised having the flows counter each other, meaning the fresh side and the solid side flow moving in opposite directions, would help improve the water flux across the membrane. We realised that having the active layer on the feed side would dramatically improve the performance of the membrane and enhance water flux. Thank you for your attention.